It took 148 days, but Hollywood's writers are going back to work after leaders of the Writers Guild of America unanimously voted to end their strike. It reached a deal with the big studios. Amongst the deal, increases to pay and benefits, compensation for guarantees for shows that are aired as streaming, and new rules around the role of artificial intelligence. The potential of AI by studios was the major issue. According to a summary of the deal, studios have agreed that AI can't write or rewrite literary material. Any AI-generated material given to a writer has to be disclosed. There are those who are not happy. The veteran media executive Barry Diller said on CNBC, the writers ended up with a paragraph that protects nothing from no one. Bill Wolkoff is a television writer and producer. He joins me now from Los Angeles. First question, how difficult was it becoming on strike for that long? How the economic times were starting to get tough?
It was a challenge, to say the least, Richard, but I was happy to be out there and would have stayed out longer if necessary. Right. And so was the membership that I was with.
Okay, so I've seen the money bit. That's nice. The streaming residuals, that's a much better. You've now got to hope you get honest numbers about the data because you get a bonus if the streaming goes well. So that's good too.
That's massive. We never had those were all things that the studios and companies said from the beginning we would never ever get, and that's only a few of the things they said that we would never get. There's many others like guarantees for writing staffs and keeping writers on through production and paying into the pension and health for writing teams as individuals. So this is all huge.
Right. So now let's go to the biggie, AI. Now, as you heard me say, Barry Diller thinks you got nothing for no one. The wording is vague. It's a principle rather than a practice. They have to disclose it. But like Canoe, unlike Canoe, you can't hold back the tide. And AI is coming. So it's really about, are you happy with the AI agreement?
I am. Here I am on your show pushing back against Barry Diller a little bit, but I'm going to. Listen, every contract is always stress tested the moment it's written. And is that happening right now? 100%. And Barry Diller has a great mind. I'm not going to dispute that. So maybe he's seeing things that I'm not seeing. But we have protections against writers being handed scripts generated by AI, and that seems to me hard to get around. And I will admit, there's one thing that I don't see in the contract that I would have liked to have seen, and that is having our training data, in other words, the scripts that we write, protected. Right now, the studios and the companies can still use the scripts that we write for training data, and that's something that I think that we have to continue to fight for. And I think we need to fight for that on a legislative level beyond this contract.
All right, so you go back to work. What's the first thing you're going to write?
I'm a Star Trek writer. I write on Star Trek Strange New Worlds. I'm very, very excited to get to go back to work on that show. That is when SAG-AFTRA resolves their contract and our actors can come back to the show also. We'll probably go back to writing that before them, but I'm thrilled to go back to that.
Bill, when somebody clones you through AI, and in your style, come back and talk to me about it, and we'll have a look. Thank you very much, sir. Congratulations on the strike being over, and now get back writing. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, Richard. Thanks for having me on.